I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Well, here we are. We're only halfway through 2020, and we are now being subjected to a COVID-19 induced new normal. Now, you may have heard this phrase slowly make its way into each of our individual lives through the Together at Home concerts put on for us by gracious celebrities, or maybe you heard the phrase in one, two, or even every single ad that has aired on television and radio over the past 2 months.
For now, we're all living a new normal.
Even if we can't stand closer than 6 feet, there's still ways to touch each other.
All without leaving the comfort and safety of your home.
Without leaving the safety of your home.
From home.
Home. Your home.
At home.
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 Home. Home. Home. Home.
Home. Home. That's the key.
But what is our new normal, and what does it look like? After the COVID-19 panic hit the globe in early January, it led to people self-quarantining, wearing masks everywhere, and sanitizing everything in sight. And now that the world is about to open back up again, people are on edge about getting back to life as usual. But unfortunately, opening up has to be done. But luckily, with the help of our new normal, maybe everyday activities won't have to seem so scary. Let's start off with something we all know and love: sports. Around the world, many have been speculating on when sports seasons will start back up and if filling arenas will even be safe. Luckily for us, with our new normal, we won't have to find out. In Germany, one pro soccer league has allowed fans to buy printouts of themselves to display throughout the seats. It's like they're actually there. A soccer club in South Korea also decided to join in on the fun by filling their stands with what are being described as sex dolls. It's like the audience never even left. Fortunately, there are several bars and restaurants around the globe that have slowly begun to reopen and allow actual people in, with the help of our new normal, of course. For example, after reopening, this restaurant in Maryland is now having patrons wear a large bumper table, a table which allows people to walk around while still maintaining 6 feet of social distance from each other. Talk about fun. And restaurants haven't stopped there. Let's hop over to this quaint little cafe in Germany. If you want to grab a nice cup of coffee, you'll have to wear this pool noodle covered hat to help you enforce those life-saving social distancing guidelines. But maybe you want to avoid the pool noodle hat and would rather go out for a nice picnic with your family instead. Don't worry, our new normal has got you covered there too, with the new social distancing picnic blanket to keep you 6 feet away from your friends, family, and even your dog. Because remember folks, even your dog can get coronavirus and you got to social distance from him too. Want to be extra safe anytime you're outside or eating though? This new face mask allows you to eat while you have your mask on. And some masks have even been developed with a straw hole so you can conveniently sip cocktails while staying safe. Or you can go the extra mile and put on one of these bad boys. It's an entire bubble for your head that is much more protective than a traditional face mask and actually filters the air for you. Looks a bit similar to the new rave outfit that has been developed for future concerts and music festivals. This personal protective suit will protect you from the microbes and germs commonly found at these events every single year. And don't worry, there's a sealed canister system for safe vaping and drinking. But maybe music festivals and picnics aren't your thing. Maybe you're more into the casino life. Don't worry, there's a new normal there for you too. These new poker tables have been fashioned with a wall of plexiglass to protect players from one another with a max of 4 players per table. And sure, the virus could still spread from the cards that each player and the dealer are touching, but that's why, for those states that haven't opened up yet, we have coronavirus hotlines, where you can be sure to tell on your friends, family, and neighbors for breaking social distancing guidelines, or for going out and playing a game of poker when they weren't supposed to. So welcome to your new normal, one where nurses are professional dancers, masks are a must-have, and sunbathing on the beach is absolutely off limits. Don't forget to be a good citizen, and don't forget to comply. Thank you.
8 weeks ago, our public health officer and the governor participated in something never done before in our nation's history. They ordered residents into their homes, closed their businesses, made them wear masks, forbid them from going to church, and eliminated constitutional freedoms put in place over 200 years ago. In the name of a public health crisis, our civil liberties and constitutional protections were placed on hold. Over the past 2 months, we have asked a lot from our residents so we could flatten the curve of infection to prevent our hospitals from being overcrowded. It worked. What isn't being emphasized is that 2,000 of the 4,300 people who have tested positive have already recovered and returned to work. What that means is that out of 2.5 million people in Riverside County, we have only 2,300 residents positive with this virus. Statistically, that is less than 1/10%. Unfortunately, we have lost 181 of our residents to this virus, but keep in mind that that is only 7/1000ths of 1%. The fact is, everyone doesn't have to be afraid of this virus. Without other serious medical issues, the danger of this virus is significantly lowered, if not eliminated. If you are afraid of contracting this virus or if you have underlying health conditions, you should stay home. From the beginning, I told you that I would not be enforcing the stay-at-home order, partly because I trusted our residents' ability to do the right thing without the fear of being arrested. I knew that they could be trusted to act as responsible adults, and I was correct. As we continue, I will reinforce my position. Not only do we not have the resources to enforce unreasonable orders, I refuse to make criminals out of business owners, single moms, and otherwise healthy individuals for exercising their constitutional rights. I believe Riverside County residents are responsible enough to proceed cautiously. The original projections and fears that caused these orders to be put into place have been proven wrong. There cannot be a new normal. We are talking about a country formed on the fundamental freedoms of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Any new normal is a direct attack on those basic rights which set us apart and make us the greatest country in the world.
Now imagine a world where mass outbreaks of deadly diseases are commonplace. Well, it sounds scary, but that might not be too far off. The World Health Organization has warned in a BBC interview that we're entering a new phase where such a reality is, quote, a new normal.
As the coronavirus pandemic brings life across the country to a grinding halt, Americans are facing a new normal.
It is a new normal that we all have to get used to.
I know a big question, Tom, from a lot of New Yorkers. When might we ever get back to normal? The governor talked today about working toward a new normal.
So we're going to a different place, which is a new normal.
This morning, almost 40 million Californians waking up to a new normal.
Social distancing at schools and businesses.
You may be having dinner with a waiter wearing gloves, maybe a face mask, dinner where the menu is disposable, where your temperature is checked before you walk in.
A new normal that will hopefully allow America to reopen.